our sort of age group at the moment, I think most people do skateboard.
I think there's a wide community of skaters. There are so many people that I know who skate.
First time I came down here was about year 8, so 4 years.
4 years, 5 years.
You've got dirt bikers, BMXers, and the skateboarders. There's always someone doing something.
There's always
and then you get the
someone
scooters. I could ride a scooter when I couldn't ride a bike. I take it up as a sport.
It's social, isn't it, really? You just like, when you start skating, you just meet new people every day.
I like coming here because it's good atmosphere, everyone around here is friendly.
Yeah, you get up with everyone, like, you know everyone. You see everyone every day, so it's alright. It's just somewhere where we can all come.
I come to Beta Park quite a lot because the atmosphere is good here. There's not many people here in the winter when I specifically like to come here. And it's just clear and we can just do what we like here and just do what we do. It's a good feeling. It's a good feeling. I like going out with my mates, getting on a skateboard and just going for a skate somewhere. You just feel free. You can do what you like, really. What influenced me was my friends, and they were within the community of skateboarders. And if I didn't hang around with them, then I probably wouldn't be into skateboarding today.
The shop's been here for a very, very long time. It's always had a following. Skateboarding obviously did used to go up and down in sort of trends. It was died at the beginning of the early 90s, and it's come back. But because there is so many little skate parks all over the place, you just get people that always do it. But obviously there is a scene to support it. I started skating in 2003 when I was 13, but all the guys at my school were doing it. You get people who skateboard because they love it and they just want to go skateboarding, and then you get all the people that just want to wear the clothes and so on. Some of them don't skate. Back in the day, you could tell, you could walk down the high street, people were wearing blind jeans, their shoes were worn out. You could say that guy was a skateboarder. These days, if you've got a group of lads walking down the road, wearing jeans, a t-shirt, and yeah, I don't know, some Nike skate shoes or whatever, you just like, is he, isn't he? It's just the fashion, I suppose. It's perceived to be a very kiddie sport. Obviously, if you get kids down the skate park, it's alright, but if you get someone who's maybe still like in their 30s or 40s, I mean, down at one of the local skate parks here, if you go to one of them on a Sunday morning, you get people that are sort of 35 and over. You've got to put in sort of 10 years to be at any sort of level, and by the time you do that, you don't want to give up, you just want to keep going.
I first got into skating in the late 70s, around about 1976, when the skating craze from the US finally hit the UK. My first board was made of a piece of plywood and a cut-in-half roller skate. Huge groups of us would converge on certain spots on various housing estates and irritate the residents, but we thoroughly enjoyed doing it. It was a new kind of freedom. It runs fairly hand in hand with surfing and the sort of the British take on the California beach life, I think. In the last 2 years I've made 50 boards, and I've given 3 or 4 away to charities for charity auctions. One went to Help the Heroes last year, one went to a charity auction in town last year as well. I think it's all about spreading the love, really. This is the Stix logo, and this was designed by my son and perfected by my graphic designer, a man called Didier. What inspires my designs? 1940s Hawaiian Malibu boards, big surfboards. I always thought the idea that everybody said the idea that skating was supposed to be surfing on dry land, but the skateboards never looked like surfboards to me, so I thought I'd make one that looked like one.
Heroes, well, it depends. Obviously, you've got all your sort of legends, your Eric Coston, people like that. Obviously, there's people that are also close to my age, I suppose. You've got Ryan Sheckler, Corey Kennedy, Sean Malto, all the sort of new, sort of younger pros.
I like Tony Hawk because he's a pro skateboarder and he was the first skateboarder I heard about. It was just a skateboard in his back garden. I used to have one of his boards he got. It was really nice and then I lost it.
Two of my biggest skating heroes were Tony Alva and Stacey Peralta, once again back from the 70s. Tony Alva was just somebody that I aspired to be. I wanted to be Tony Alva when I was a kid. I wanted to be Stacey Peralta as well.
I mean, people on bikes get like fine reputations. Just people on skateboards, they just see like just baggy clothes, just
Well,
like,
their
the occasional
waist,
people,
yeah.
and they just think.
So they just think they're waste.
Skateboarders are always given a bad name because they skate in the most ridiculous places, to be honest. But in the long run, to be honest, skateboarding is a good pastime, it's a good hobby, and it can't really be faulted or doubted for any bad happenings or anything that's disrupted the public in any way.
You get skateboarders who go to the skate parks, or they go street skating and when it's quiet and skate spots, and it's all well and good. And then you get some who get told to move on because they're trying to skate during the week or whatever, and it's open, and it's just like, you gotta try and do it properly, I suppose.
I could never flip a skateboard when I first stood on one. I would try so hard, but I could never do it. And it just urged me on to keep trying until I actually could do it.
If you try and do a trick and then give it up, then what's the point of carrying on skating? You want to learn and get
You've
better.
always got to be motivated and just think the best of things.
What inspires me the most about getting back on your skateboard is the fact that you will eventually land your trick one day, and you just got to keep trying until you can get it, no matter what happens.
You either are a skateboarder or you're not. It's not something you can kind of afford. If people get into it and get the bug, it's one of those things that's really addictive. You just want to beat it and learn all the tricks. You give it a bash and see what happens.
Skating is a completely green method of travel. You can't pollute the land with a skateboard. You can't pollute the air with a skateboard. The planet is here for our children to inherit. We're only here for the blink of an eye. And while we're here, we must inflict as little damage on our planet as we possibly can, because we don't own it, we just live on it.